All right, first thing I want to address is the thumbnail. It wasn't as bad as it looked. I'll show you what happened real quick before we get into the video. A little boo-boo. This thing right here is the burner that I have been using for a while. It's a cheap Ozark Trail burner. Runs off of these things here. Well, this little thing right here that pulls the can into this and sends the gas there decided to break. And when it did, guess where it went? Yeah. Anyway, the fishing started off kind of slow, but we did get some really good fish to fry, and this was some of the best fried crappie that I have ever done in a kitchen cook. Use first. I need to order some more of these Berkeley Chartreuse Gold because I lost probably 10 of these things yesterday.
I was gonna do a video, but I got all this like graffiti behind you.
Yeah. I try to at least, if I'm gonna have any of it in the video, it's just this right here, because back there is just not family friendly.
I'm about to get started. And there's the guy right there. He's the one that's gonna make this catch and cook happen. So
anything goes. Bluegill, warmouth, crappie. I've heard they taste muddy. The old Catfish and Carp did a catch and cook on some shad years ago, and he said it's kind of muddy tasting. I've got a measuring thing in the back of my 4Runner. I just keep forgetting to grab, but my little box over here's got a little ruler thing on it. No, we can't be having otters.
Well, Chris is kind of fishing. I saw an otter at the exact same time. Go right over there. Oh, there he is, right there. He's just popping up.
As long as you go that way.
Get him out of here.
Yes, because that'll hurt us. All right, first fish of the morning. A little slab. Oh, belly flop. That's just not good. That's like a bad omen. I need to catch 31 fish to hit 1,300 for the year. At this rate, it may happen. There's a stop right there, so just be real careful on just this side of that pillar. This is the third one in about 5 minutes, but
Pretty small, but
that one's probably, oh, he's rearranging the skin on my fingers, what he's doing. That one's probably about 7 or 8. A bunch of them's gonna be about that size. But I mean, crappie or crappie. I'm just taking it for the numbers. Dang, y'all. It's a lot cooler out this morning than I thought it was. Like it's a little nipply, but it feels good, and the crappie are biting. I definitely will not be using the Slappy Mama stuff again. That last video I did with Kitchen Cook, that stuff was awful. It was way too salty. They're hanging right off of that pillar. Is this one big enough? It's definitely acting like it is. It'll be close. That's gonna be real close. Yeah, that one's just about 1/2 inch shy. Yeah, something was chasing shad right off the bank over there yesterday. Of course, it was probably that otter too. You want to throw this since it's the one that's catching? We're going 32nd. Well, I had a few yesterday. The later in the day, they would bite the bigger baits. But like first thing in the morning, something's bit on you too.
Somewhere like in like near a marina or something where everybody back fishes.
Yeah.
Like a rock ledge or something.
That one might be. Well, I mean, there's a couple I've kind of overlooked here, but out there where the deer carcasses and stuff get dumped at, that's another one that's usually got quite a few baits. You are thick, but you are not big enough. That is a big fish. That is a good one. Stay pinned, stay pinned. That dude, that is a slob. I don't need to show that side of the bridge because of all the stuff that's being colorfully added to it. That one, definitely a keeper. Alright, let's get it down here on a flat spot and kind of measure him. I know he's keeper size, but we're going to measure him anyway. 11 inches. I know somebody will probably be in the comments like, you should measure fish with their mouth closed. If they're over keeper size with their mouth open, don't worry about it. That one, yeah, 11 inch. All right, we got one. We only need, for like the two of us, like maybe 2 or 3. But if we get lucky enough to keep a couple extra, or get a couple extra, it's going to go home with us. Not that that little rock's going to help much, but it ain't going anywhere. Another crappie. No, that one would have probably been an eater size, but he popped off. Dang it. But finally, on the board. Just to crank out a video, probably 2 or 3.
Yeah,
I mean, if we get into a mess of the good ones, I'll take some home, or you can take some home, or whatever. There's a fish. This one feels a little nicer. Not big enough to keep, which is unfortunate because a lot of these that we've caught this morning. Chill out, Charlie Sheen. A lot of these that we've caught this morning about this size have been super thick. Like they've got some shoulders on them. But in Tennessee, they have to be 10 inches or larger to keep. Turn it. What are you? Because you're all over the place and being meaner than a rattlesnake. It's because you're the creek beast. Ow. Little gill. Yeah.
I got 4 pounds right there. I got to catch it, whatever it is.
slab. I had a guy comment on videos like, dude, I hate to tell you, but those ain't slabs. I said, that sarcasm went completely over your head, didn't it? Slabs for days. See, nobody wants to target these little ones. I'll take whatever crappie you want to bite. Hell, dude, I have you hooked. Itty bitty man. Cooking combos, breakfast of champions. Anyway, we've had to kind of stop and refuel. We're hitting another spot. John's already gone to that spot, and hopefully he's there before anybody else. So we only need 1, maybe 2 more fish to really add to this, so that he can have something for his video and I can have something for mine. Well, you can see who's resorted to drastic measures. He just hates having to get a kayak out. This is one reason why I don't really care for this creek. It's just the water is so dirty. All the mud and stuff gets coated on your line and in your spool. But occasionally it can produce. So far, not today. There's a fish. Little crap head. This is the times where I wish crappie this size were legal, because I mean there'd be some meat come off of that. Little bluegill and junk like that ain't big enough to bother with. Ooh. You might be close enough. It's gonna be real close. That's a good one. At least compared to a lot of them that we've caught today. Good enough. The fillets are kind of small, but it's good enough. And you're just gonna have to hold on right there for now. What do we have here? Another little crappie, but you is a tad small. You is small crappie. John got a decent one a little while ago that was, I believe, 9.5. It was just barely undersized. But yeah, I typically don't crappie fish or even fish this section of the creek hardly at all. And there's another fish. I mean, I fish it every so often, just not as much as a lot of people do, mostly because it's so snaggy in here. Crappie. And like I was saying, like this water is actually pretty clear, but you know, all the crap that's in the water, the sediment and whatnot, just gets mud and stuff coated up on your spool, and it's just nasty. I'll end up respooling this rod or this reel when I get home. There's another one. This one, no, this one ain't big enough. Ow. Huh. And let's inspect our bait, because that one kind of tore it up a little bit. Biggins. Telling y'all, these pro crappie anglers and go in these tournaments and stuff, they can't hang with us. There it is, world record holder. What is it, 12 inch?
It's over 12, it's like 12 and a quarter.
Jeez. That's a good crappie regardless of being a black nose or a black crappie or whatever. Same you typically would. It's whichever side you want to start on. Just go behind the fin and just go down to the spine and then just go 90 degrees. Yours just died. I do it that way with the electric fillet knives. If I've got just a plain blade, I'll go down to the spine and then work my way down that way so I can go over the ribs, but that'll cut through them pretty easily. Kind of keep it angled down there, that way you stay along the spine. Yeah, you got a pretty good bit. You're going to take and with the ribs, just take the blade and just run it right under that. And, yeah, just stay along the skin and just follow it all the way out.
Hey,
that's actually a pretty clean cut.
That looks nice there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my slab.
Yeah, we'll definitely know yours.
It's amazing, like
that's why I don't hardly keep 10s anymore. Like you get for your effort, you get more return off of like 11, 12, 13 inch crappie.
Yeah, you get there's so much.
I'll add a little bit more Cholula original. I personally prefer the Cholula Chipotle, but I cannot find that stuff anywhere in stores. Alright, we're back up and rolling. My other little burner thing decided to disagree with me, as you can tell. Need just a little more seasoning in here. It's probably safe to say that one's ready to go. Yeah, that came out a lot crispier than the Slappy Mama stuff that I tried in my last one.
All right, give me a little rundown what you use to batter them or what. By the way, guys,
whoa.
Yeah, those big ones.
Yeah, those two biggest ones are his, but this is just some Whisker Seeker original breading. But whenever I fillet them, yeah, I'll let them sit a little while in. I like using Cholula hot sauce, preferably the Chipotle, but any of them will work. You could use Frank's. Any of the hot sauce just act as a binder to let the breading stick to it a little bit better. That'll just give it a lot crispier texture and feel.
How much fresh can you get? Right off the creek?
Yeah, these are
tailgate.
Yeah, two of them are like what, 2 hours old.
Yeah, mine was a lot. Mine was out there swimming around like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. The lighting's probably better over here. Nope, just gotta be facing the right way. Anyway, first taste of the crappie with the Whisker Seeker Cajun, or not Cajun, but original Whisker Seeker and Cholula Chipotle binder. You put that on top of your head, your tongue will beat your brains out trying to get to it. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that. This is a good spot to do a catch and cook, but not so much because of all the traffic. Anyway, we've doing some heavy duty munching down. Freshest crappie you'll ever get. His and one of mine, just a few minutes out of the water. Like, that's as fresh as you're gonna get. I want to get my mess cleaned up off to the back of his truck. Voice crack. Learning him a couple things on filleting and cooking crappie. If you want to check out the Whisker Seeker breading, link in the description. Get a pretty good deal on most of the time. Occasionally during the holidays you can get it for about $3 a bag. Anyway, hope you like the video. If you've lived under a rock and ain't got a clue who this guy is, it's Creek Fishing Adventures. Go watch his channel. He catches a lot of that bass was stud.
Yeah,
at 18.
Just seen that.
But anyway, hope you like the video. Thanks for watching.